touchdowns a season ago.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. Every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves. New season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that's...
The pass rush gets hold, and he goes down.
Early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mixing some play action. Keep this pass rush off balance.
In danger of an opening 3 and out. They face 3rd and 10. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. But it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Bengals ready to punt this one away. Brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer out of Colorado, Deion's son, Shedeur Sanders. On the ground, it's the rookie who played in-state over in Columbus. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Brings up second.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Again, it's Judkins. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Back at the 23-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. Forced out wide. And he'll get into the slide here, but it's going to be well short of the 1st down.
A gain of 3.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. So, Greg, on come the Bengals. Interesting year last year. I think folks thought they would be a Super Bowl contender. Really rough start. They had to win the last 5 just to finish over 500 at 9 and 8. But they do have a guy who they feel like can take them all the way in Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I don't think any of the concern coming into the season surrounds this Cincinnati offense, Mike. I think all of the concern is, can they play competitive enough defense that every game, every drive, every score is on the shoulders of Joe Burrow in this really talented offense. So they bring in Al Golden, they have a new defensive coordinator. Can he just make them average? I think average defense with this offense can get back into the picture of Super Bowl contender. But if every play and every game is going to be a shootout and Joe Burrow needs to play Superman every single game of the year, I just think it's a lot to ask, even for a quarterback of his caliber.
This one, downfield, take it in, by Higgins. Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. That's complete. It's Yosibov.
Complete to Andre Yosibov. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Browns' 5-yard line.
2nd down, Burrow.
Well, let's first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
His kick is good. Makes the score Bengals 7, Browns nothing.
That's the TD. On is McPherson to kick this one away. A return now from the 4.
The Browns take over first and
So on from the Browns, and the question is, what's next? Is this a Browns franchise that was close, 11-6 in a wild card a couple of years ago? Or is it closer to last year, Greg, 3-14, where they went 8 games worse in the standings than the year before?
And listen, this is a very simple one. For a very complicated situation, like we all understand the element. Can they figure out the quarterback position? They make the big trade, they swing for the fences, they bring in Deshaun Watson. Clearly that hasn't worked out for a lot of reasons. So now here they are, they have 2 young rookies who's going to take control of the offense. Can Kevin Stefanski continue to work wonders with multiple quarterbacks behind center like he did, you mentioned 2 years ago on that wild card berth. So if they can't figure out quarterback, Mike, I'm just not sure how good you can make the rest of the roster to compete, let alone compete in a really good race.
They'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up second and 7.
Give it's Duncan. And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
Trey Hendrickson on the tackle. A 1-yard gain.
On
Brings
third
up
down,
third and
Sanders.
6.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Now, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
And the rush is going to get there. He goes down. They were taking a big risk going for it from their own territory. It does not pay off, and it's a turnover on down.
So here as the quarterback, you can't take that sack. You have to understand it's 4th down. While you don't want to throw a pick, you've got to get this ball out of your hand and give one of your playmakers a chance to make a play for you and extend this drive on 4th down.
On the ground, it's Brown. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Number 5 overall pick, Mason Graham. They're
It's a
on the
pickup of
tackle.
3. Brings up second and 7.
From the 41. Here's second down and 7. Looking out of the gun, Burrow. Goes brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4. Bring up third down.
Number 82. It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Cincinnati.
Now, Burrow. This one complete to Higgins.
Burrow's
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
a 3-yard pickup.
Now second
Brings up
down
second
throw
and
for
7.
Burrow.
At the Browns.
By Chase. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Jamar Chase. An 8-yard pickup. And a Bengal first down.
To throw is Burrow. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Try again. It's second and 10.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
Burrow now. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in.
To Jamar
Jamar
Chase.
Chase.
Touchdown,
Touchdown,
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard
Now it's the
line.
Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. Been a bit of a shaky start so far. A punt called by the turnover on downs last time they had it. Trying to turn things around here on drive number 3. They go play action with Sanders. Short pass taken in by the tight ends. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up
Shador.
2nd and 9.
There's a screen set up for Judkins. And he's going to be out of bounds. Past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
First down.
From the gun, a give to Judkins. They're going to work this down inside the 45. 20-yard pickup there. 1st down, Cleveland.
That's another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They're on the toss here with Judkins. And this time they are ready for him. Throw for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the
From
Bengals.
the gun, it's Sanders. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. What a way to kick off the new year. 2 sacks in the first half of the opener. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 14-0 is our score. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Start of the 2nd. Browns in control of the football. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. As we are ready to get back underway. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again. A rookie from A&M, Shamar Stewart, the first-round pick, making an instant impact. A sack here in the season opener. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. He's on for the 2nd time to try to get something inside the 10. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone.
At their own
It's a
20-yard
touchback.
line.
Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. The drive begins at the 20. There's 1st and 10. Greg, when you step back and look at this AFC North, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, their rivalry really for a couple of decades has in so many ways defined this division, and they set the tone for everything that happens when you are in an AFC North game.
And you talk about divisions having identities, they have their culture. Really at the top, Baltimore and Pittsburgh kind of want to play a similar style game, strong on defense, great run game. Obviously, Baltimore adds the extra element of Lamar Jackson. To me, the fascinating team there is what kind of jump can we expect, Mike, from the Cincinnati Bengals?
I agree with you because if you think about the toughness and physicality, Cincinnati can put up points in an electrifying fashion, and even the 1 year Cleveland was up near the top of the division, they did that as well. But you come back to the defensive side of the ball, and when I look at these teams, Greg, I just think, man, these are defenses that can stop anybody in the league, and that's where you've got to invest in this division.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so fascinating about Cincinnati is they're kind of the outlier. They're the pass heavy, they're the spread attack, they've got unbelievable weapons on the outside. Obviously, Joe Burrow, quarterback. But it was the defense, and you said it, their inability to be as good on the defensive side of the ball as Baltimore, as Pittsburgh, traditionally, but especially last year, really what allowed them to be the odd man looking in when they missed the playoffs. So I think if Cincinnati could just improve a little bit on defense, they have the offense to now enter and make it a three-man race in the AFC North.
Burrow here on second down. That's going to be incomplete. Up and very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And 7 yards to go.
Burrow to throw. In trouble. And down he goes. The rookie out of Michigan, Mason Grant, paying immediate dividends with a sack in his first NFL game.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
46-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The Browns offense ready to get back to work. First, Greg, you start to think about teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year. Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they lost straight really was bad for Joe Burrow. You could have made the argument that they're a playoff team with Joe Burrow.
Second down and 10.
He was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried the offense. Fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out or it certainly needs to be protected.
And this is going to be incomplete. Great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people talk about tonight is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread. But now all of a sudden,
Pressure gets there, and down he goes. That's the full-time all-pro Myles Garrett working his way in to register his first sack of the new season. Here's Ryan Rico now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Browns offense ready to come back out for this next possession. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moved on to Seattle from the Rams. I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high level. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing.
First and 10
And
at the
always
44-yard
interesting from
line.
the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle Mike is Sam Darnold. And of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. He's healthy. He's a big weapon. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college. He was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
It's a gain of 10 yards. It's a Browns first down.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Browns first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They run straight ahead with Judkins. This time the sliding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy. That's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
They'll look to set up the screen here. And they were hoping for a little more. Brought down well short of first. It'll bring up
A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
And this is going to pin them back out of bounds inside the 10.
At their own 9-yard line.
Bengals offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's first and 10. Now Brown. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep his no gain.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
It's third down. And 10 yards to go.
Now Burrow gonna do this himself.
A nice job there defensively on third down, not overcommitting to their pass rush, having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner.
Zach Taylor not liking that last call all that much, and out comes the challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right, but it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be. So this winds up to be a very smart decision to throw the challenge flag. They remeasure, and this indeed will become a first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Tyson Campbell there to make the tackle.
On the tackle.
From the 23, here's second
Brings up
and 5.
second and 5. At the 23-yard line.
A carry here for Brown. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Ronnie Hickman
at the
is there
27-yard
on the
line.
stop.
A gain of 4.
Third and 2. Here we go.
Down.
Back to throw. Burrow will set up the screen to Brown. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Chase Brown.
Good looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
First down.
To throw is Burrow. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Burrow. Short one into the hands of Gesicki. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
5 yards.
Over the middle and intercepted. Picked by Jeremiah Wusu-Koramo. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge catch to cut into the deficit.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike. Well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10. And he could not set his feet to fire that one. It is incomplete.
Intended for David Njoku. It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Judkins. He's taken down just shy of the 10-shot. And the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts.
A gain of
They'll be
19
disappointed
yards.
there after giving up
That's
the
good
first
for
down.
the Browns. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
From the gun, it's Shador. His offensive line just has no answers for this. It's another sack. Demetrius Knight, second-round pick, showing that athleticism. He's got a sack here in his debut. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, it's Sanders. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. Now Sanders on 3rd and long. And fortunately they're set up. Able to rein it in. They'll retain possession.
It's 4th down.
Kevin Stefanski going to turn to his field goal unit. This one from 47 yards out. No issues there. This one is good. And the Browns are on the board just before halftime.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
They'll get across the 20, mark them down at 23-yard line. The Bengals offense going to get it one final time in this first half. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. What's good on this drive? 1st and 10. Here's a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And this time they'll just keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friends, back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this 2nd half. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own
Browns
25-yard
offense
line.
looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. He's averaging over 4 yards per carry. just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
A gain of 6. That's good.
They went once more with Judkins. And he'll take this right to the 43-yard. Warren Burks there on the stop.
Warren Burks on
Here's
the tackle.
2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Sanders.
43-yard line.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Demetrius Knight. He works his way in to record the 2nd sack of his young career.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult. Defensively, it sets up 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And they get forward a few yards on return. That's where the offense will take over. Bengals offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. They'll run here with Brown. And they're going to mark them down up to the 35. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
1st down, Bengals.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Look wide. Get this one complete. They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
They go play action for Burrow.
40-yard line.
Into the hands of Yossi.
Pass.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard
Gain
line.
of 12.
Here's Brown.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Here's 2nd and 2. Play action now. It's Burrow. That's going to be incomplete. Very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. They'll pick this one up on the ground. Moving this to the 36-yard line will give them enough. Chains will move. It's a 1st down.
36-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Cincinnati.
Here's 1st and 10. Burrow. If on case, that's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a big
2nd
six.
down. Burrow.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Burrow on the move is caught. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down. A pickup of 8.
And the Bengal 1st down.
Looking out of the gun, Burrow. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
Burrow's pass.
We'll try again here.
Incomplete.
2nd and
Out of the
10.
end zone. Carson Schlesinger on the coverage.
Now good up the middle. And a good hard run. He will not be denied. Surging forward to pick up 8.
Yard line.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to go for a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but it's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
1st and goal, Cincinnati.
drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first, and that is caught by the tight end, Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Bengals.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
For Cincinnati.
The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Take over first down.
Now it's the Browns' turn. They get to take over again on offense. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough year.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their week 1 matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp they've ever had. It's the best roster they've ever had. I mean, how many times have we heard that? So in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overcorrect. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they've been building to through their entire offseason schedule, but it's still also just one game. So don't throw everything in the garbage and start all over. Don't throw out all the hard work from the previous offseason. Stay the course, fix what went wrong, improve, and move on to week 2.
Tackled by Daxton Hill. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and
On second down. He'll take this for a couple of the official signal. He has enough. First down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Browns first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Out of the gun and give it to Judkins. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. From the shotgun, it's Sanders. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Number 3, Jerry
A bit of a
Jeudy.
quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On third down, Sanders. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Logan Wilson.
I think he chalked this one up to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Playing out, and he made the pass. What a play. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
First down, Bengals.
The first down throw for Burrow. Fucking work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete.
Andre Yoshibas. Incomplete. Carson Schlesinger.
A second down throw for Burrow. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. It looked like the Bengals was in there, able to cover it up. Cincinnati holds on to the ball.
Recovered by the
And they should
offense.
consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Burrows out of the gun here on third down. Look at that. Slinging across his body and connected. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still
It's a gain of
well
15.
short of the first down.
Brings up 4th down.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
That's fielded at about the 18. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Browns offense and Quinton Judkins making their way back out. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 25.
From the gun, it's Sanders. He's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4.
Sanders pass.
And bring up
Complete
third
to
down.
number 16. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
The
3rd
throw
down.
is Sanders. Going deep downfield for Judy. Gino Stone that time. All over him in cover.
Gino Stone.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. It wasn't for lack of effort. He was trying every way to win the defense. He was outnumbered. They finally crossed down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Burrow. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
It was brought down.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the lead guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
We'll find Brown in the backfield. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
Fair catch signals. And they'll have it just outside their own 20.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Browns offense are ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Now, Shador. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now, it's Sanders. This throw left is complete with Judy.
Sanders pass.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
And he's going to put down yet again. He is under fire all game long. Trey Hendrickson. He has been a one-man wrecking crew in this one. 4th sack of the game.
This offense, they just can't establish any sort of rhythm. There's just no way to sustain any scoring drives when your quarterback is being pressured and sacked this often.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down.
yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense, they're going to get set to take over once more. And they have done all you could ask for. Closing in on a road victory to start the campaign as they try to finish things off here in quarter number 4. The tight end fan in motion. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He's brought down.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. No right here. It's Cincinnati Bengals. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that might have even lost a yard
A
there.
loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
He'll swing this one out to Brown.
Burrows.
Oh, a nice open field tackle
to
there.
Chase
He could
Brown.
not get free. They're going to stop him for
Evan
no gain.
McPherson for the Bengals field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2.
He is good.
Is good.
Makes the score.
And the Bengals will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. He's in field position to start this drive.
27-yard line.
Browns offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack,
27-yard line.
there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
2nd and 11. Sanders will throw. Open man, and that's Tillman. It'll be a little short of that first down. Tackled at about the 37-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll run the sneak. Trying to put any sheet he can, but a push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there.
It's a gain of a
It's
yard.
4th down. A quick throw wide, caught outside. And he won't get away. Good tackle there to get him down behind the line.
2nd and 12.
Last
At the
play went the
36-yard
wrong way.
line.
It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the gun, it's Sanders. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7.
Sanders on 3rd down. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side.
Complete to number
Only
3,
need a
Jerry
yard,
Jeudy.
and it's 4th down.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll try to go for it with Sanders. That's incomplete. Daring ball on 4th down. It does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. The Bengals offense headed back to take over once more. And Greg, they have had their way right from the start in this season opener. You get that sometimes. You don't know what week one's going to bring, but this is going to be awfully satisfying.
Oh, there's no question. It gives such value to all the work that you did all offseason. All the way back OTAs in the spring and then through the dog days of training camp. Everyone wants to start the season strong. You're 0-0. Everyone in the league has Super Bowl aspirations. Every fan base thinks it's their year. And then to come out and to deliver, especially on the offensive side of the ball, it's really the ideal way to set up the rest of your season and try to stay on track.
Burrow here on 2nd down. This one, and they'll take this down inside the 35.
Complete to number 1, Jamar Chase. A gain of 12.
They go play
First down
action
to
for Burrow.
Cincinnati.
Caught Gesicki on the right, and they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Bengals first down.
Burrow now elusive here. Doesn't get a hold of it. He got what he needed. It is first and goal coming up. One of the tight ends motions right. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the
Delay of
ball,
game.
looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Now it is first and goal. On Brown, it's Brown. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Leads to second.
So 2
and
minutes
goal.
left to play
At the
in the
6-yard
second
line.
half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's another shot from the 6 at second and goal. They'll throw with him again. And this one blown up. Good surge. Drop up. Loss on the play back to the 9-yard line.
The tackle made back at
This is
the
the
9-yard
8th
line.
play of this drive, and it's third and goal. Looking out of the gun, Burrow. Open left side is Gesicki. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
It's now fourth.
So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This, about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that could be very deflating for an offense, settling for too many field goals.
The Browns offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2. At the 33.
Again, it's Judkins. And the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. It is recovered by the Bengals.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by Cincinnati.
Victory formation here.